안녕하십니까. 아빠도 게임 좀 하자입니다. 오늘도 아토믹하트 이어서 해보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 지난 시간에 요 밑에서 극장에서 나왔죠. 극장에서 나와서 이제 의무실로 가야 되는데 할머니 만나러 차가 있으니까 차를 타볼까요? 붕붕붕 아주 작은 자동차. 잠깐 내려. 저작권 노래가 나오고 있죠? 저작권 극혐. 뭐해, 나 오대 맞고 있니? 누구니? 너니? 어디니? 뭐니?
Are you fucked in the head? Let's see what you got.
내 피를 쓰는구나 이게. 그래서 피가 나왔던 거구나. 누구냐 자꾸 아까부터. 레이저 쏘는 거 너냐? 어디니? 다 왔니? 예스, 상자.
Petrov, that sick shithead, that fucking truth lover. Screw him. So much blood spilt just because he made the sprouts mutate.
I highly doubt that Petrov had such a result in mind.
전 신경 쓰지
He's
마세요.
not a geneticist or a plant breeder, and could not have foreseen all the consequences of the malfunction.
오실래요,
Then why the
그러면?
hell did he do it?
자, 오세요.
So many people are dead, and the ones with sprouts for heads had to get killed twice. First by the robots, then by me.
Morally speaking, Petrov's action cannot be justified. We are in complete agreement in that regard.
Fuck Petrov, he's dead. I feel bad for all those people. I stayed in the service after the war to stop this kind of thing from happening again. And now...
You have my sincerest condolences for all that has transpired, Comrade Major.
멀구나.
Where the fuck did you even come from? Charles, no one can force somebody into collective, right? Petrov was wrong about that.
Not entirely.
What do you mean, not entirely? If I'm not a member of collective, how can collective find out about me?
It's quite simple.
뭐 나왔네 저거.
You walk past a robot. The robot identifies you as a human, but you are not.
나 들어왔다.
It's quite simple. Let's say you walk past a robot. The robot identifies you as a human, but you are not wearing a thought device. The robot fails to receive mental commands from you in response to its queries.
So it realizes I'm not in collective and tells the others about it. Then what? They all start giving me shit about it?
Essentially, yes.
But I can just put my thought on, walk past the bot and do everything I'm supposed to do, then take the thought off, right?
Essentially, yes.
Then why is everyone so hot and bothered about the rings?
I can't
뭐하냐?
say for sure.
공중부양한다
Perhaps
얘.
it's an issue of convenience. Thought devices need to be reconfigured every time they are put on. A ring can be taken off and put back on without inconvenience.
뭐하냐?
There's gotta be more to it than that.
안돼. 가져와. 나 먹어야 돼. 왜? 아니 근거리 무기가 이렇게 좋으니까 원거리 무기를 안 쓰게 돼요. 이렇게 들어가야 되나? 그런가 본데? 병원으로 가게.
Lights out. Show me what you got.
어디니? 와우, 멀어. 세이브.
Saving data.
산탄총을 좀 올려볼까요? 자, 산탄총 조금 좋아졌고요. 이 정도로 가지 뭐. 세이브하고.
Saving data.
Charles, the U.S. is constantly introducing sanctions against our civilian robots. Why do they do that? Do they suspect something?
The U.S. government clearly has certain suspicions, or at least concerns.
Yeah, it's their job to be concerned about their country's security. But they don't have any hard evidence. That means they don't really have a leg to stand on, right?
Indeed. That is precisely why Petrov caused the malfunction.
Right? He wanted to show the world that our Civibots have a combat mode, fine. But the Americans don't know that. So what are the sanctions for?
The American government is using the sanctions to find a middle ground between the needs of the capitalists and the growing discontent of the working class.
You mean American working stiffs want to get our bots banned because they're taking their factory jobs, and the capitalists want to get more free robots so they can get rid of all the workers once and for all?
Quite right. The American government is feeling pressure from both sides. So the sanctions remain moderate without banning robots entirely. They merely set quotas on importing them.
So why does the Soviet Union give a shit? Who cares if the Americans sanction us? They're the ones stopping themselves from getting rid of the working class. Well, good. We're all about the workers.
The more restrictions they place on the import and use of robots, the fewer of our robots will be located in key parts of the American government when collective launches.
So the Soviet government wants there to be as many of our civilian robots in the US as possible when they activate combat mode. That'll make it that much easier to take over the country. Gotta admit, it makes sense.
아, 그랬대요. 피했다.
Be careful. The enemy is on high alert.
상자. 상자. 들어갈게요. 뭐지? 아, 쉣. 자, 쓸데없는 거. 자, 어디로 가야 되죠? 파블로프 복합단지.
Autolysis starts approximately 7 to 10 minutes.
시끄러. 여기 있네. 이런 젠장. 여기 내려가는 길이 있었어. 아, 길 진짜 거지같이 만들어놨네. 에이.
Charles, what is this place? I mean, what is this complex even for?
The Pavlov complex is the origin of all of Facility 3826's biological innovations. Unique experiments are conducted here, involving everything from breeding new species of farm animals to developing new space exploration technology.
Outer space. You mean they make moon rovers here, not in Chelomey?
Space exploration is about more than just vehicles. A spaceship and rovers will of course be required. But what then? What about after humans reach the Red Planet?
You mean they breed animals from Mars here?
Among other things, yes. In addition to breeding new species of animals suitable for Martian conditions, Soviet science is looking for ways to bolster man's ability to exist on Mars.
So what, they're gonna give us gills so we can swim in gas oceans?
Gas oceans are on Jupiter, Major. Mars features low temperatures and lethal hurricanes. But you're basically correct. The capabilities of your species have yet to be fully studied.
So the latest medical breakthroughs, new life support systems, all came from here.
Indeed, Comrade Major.
So many geniuses worked here for the good of all mankind. And now they're gone.
그래서 죽어버렸다고. 여기로 내려가야 되는데 세이브.
Saving data.
빅토르의 머리를 파블로프 복합단지 실험실로 가져가기. 여기 있어요. 나 총알을 좀 써야 되기 때문에 총을 좀 쓸까요? 권총도 그럼 좀 업그레이드라도 좀 시킬까요? 자, 세이브. 자, 이번에 권총을 좀 써볼까요? 너무 몽둥이만 써가지고. 소음기 달렸다고 그러지 않았냐? FPS 게임이야 이거. 모르셨겠지만 이 게임은 FPS 게임입니다. 총도 좋은데 이거 업그레이드 시키니까? 그죠? 왜 이렇게만 나왔어? 자, 여기는 다 먹었고요. 내려가 볼까? 만호. 여긴데? 아이씨.
Tell me, Comrade Major, based on your professional and personal experience, would our civilian robots in combat mode really be able to complete the Atomic Heart project?
Yeah, they could do it no problem. If there were plenty of bots at all the military bases, headquarters, and launch sites, and nobody expected them to attack, they could take the American military by surprise. Just like they did to the soldiers here.
What a shame. The world just recovered from a war, and now there will be another.
Well, it's not really so bad if you think about it.
What do you mean, Comrade Major?
If Comrade Sechenov and the Politburo want to take over the US and even the whole world, they won't fight regular people.
But civilians do perish during combat operations. You know all about that.
If the robots are programmed not to kill civilians, they won't attack civilians. You're a robot, Charles. You should know all about that.
I'm a robot? In a sense, I suppose you're right. A robotic glove?
What? Neuropolymer gloves won't take orders from Collective?
It depends on the glove. Some will, and some will only be able to obey their carriers. I digress. Civilian robots will receive the order to activate combat mode from Collective. And whoever sets Collective's policies will easily be able to order them to kill anyone at all, including civilians.
Why would they kill civvies? They're regular workers, farmers, scientists. Shit. So that's what they want the rings for.
And what's that?
You can take this bot device off and disconnect from Collective, but a bot can't, can it? That means your own robot housekeeper will drag your ass back into Collective at the drop of a hat. They want the rings to put on their own robots, so they'll only listen to them.
Correct.
아, 드디어. 누구야? 누구야, 임마. 나 아이템 먹고 있는데. 아, 이거야? 이거 그건데? 공간 바뀌는 그거잖아. 열로 너무 컴컴해. 어디 문이 열린 걸까? 아, 눌러. 쉣. 어떻게 일로 왔잖아? 어떻게 왔어요? 남자예요. 남자입니다. 남자입니다. 전부 다 남자일걸?
Keep your distance. Bring it on.
그만 쏴, 그만 쏴. 그만 좀 쏴대 그냥. 아, 얘 이거 또 들어있다 여기에. 나와라 너 얼른. 여기 도망가려고. 남자입니다. 이건데? 키 디스크. 자, 키 디스크를 얻었고요. 실험실로 들어갈 방법 찾기. 일단 세이브. 자, 드디어 따발총을
Major Nechayev.
따발총을 만들 수 있겠죠? 이거잖아. 예스. 발라시. 제자. 예스. 예스. 가자 따발총. 나 죽었다. 이따가 일로 한 번에 올 수 있는 길이 있나봐요. 자, 니네 또 싹 죽여야지 뭐. 안 죽네 이거. 싸워봐 또. 아니라니까. 마티. 자, 다 잡았고요.
Freaking critters. What's this place, Charles? A morgue?
Indeed. The bodies of the dead are kept here for further study.
What do you mean, the dead? There are bodies all over the place. Where'd these come from? There are dozens of them, and most of them are young.
These are the bodies of volunteers who died in dangerous human experiments.
Holy fuck. I mean, I get that there are certain
what?
experiments that can't be performed on mice or pigs or whatever, so they need living people, but so many. This is completely fucked up.
Unfortunately, things don't always go smoothly in
잠깐만. 그럼
science.
나 아까 여기 안 갔는데?
Sometimes volunteers die. The sub-basement exists so that their deaths will not be in vain. Their bodies are studied to prevent this from happening again.
Screw you
shit.
sometimes. Couldn't they just use the condemned on death row for this? But even that's...
Not all experiments can be performed on the dregs of society. Some important and secret projects require psychologically healthy volunteers. And sometimes, these experiments can have tragic outcomes.
What could be more tragic?
Believe me, Comrade Major, there are
Ah.
things that are far worse than
나
what
이거
you
나
see.
퍼즐 좀 풀게. 아,
Sometimes the deaths of volunteers can lead to a breakthrough that saves millions of lives. This was how the vaccine against the brown plague was developed.
Let's keep going. This has to
어디서
end.
오는 거야?
Dead motherfucker.
어떻게 알고 오는 거야? 오지 마봐. 나 이거 풀게. 자, 나이스 쇼컷. 어디로? 일로. 열 수 있구나. 괜히 돌아다녔네.
Watch out!
누구냐? 웅덩이 손잡이가 잠금 해제됐어요. 뭐야? 대형 신경 캡슐. 알겠고요. 자, 감사드리는 부분이고요. 이런 거는 메롱.
This is fucked. Sechenov is a decent guy. How could he let this happen? An army of bots, killer mutants, thousands of innocent victims. No matter how you slice it, the facility's to blame. Even without the drop, this place has issues, to say nothing of Collective 2.0. Seriously, I gotta wrap this up and retire. Maybe even get married. What? Nah, fuck that.
Your negative brain activity is generating unpleasant artifacts in my code.
I told you to stay out of my head, Charles. Get to work. Set me a fucking waypoint, damn it.
나와. 이거 왔던 데인가? 자. 열었나? 뭐야? 못 가고요? 아니, 왜 이러는 거야 도대체? 아니? 빅토르의 머리를 복합단지 실험실로 가져가기. 가져가고 싶은데 나도. 너무 멀어. 여기다. 아까 거기 아니지 여기?
Look at the size of that fucking thing. What is it?
The experiments here involve the creation of neuropolymer endoskeletons for
Yeah.
various animals. The goal is to allow them to live in hostile conditions on the outer planets of the solar system.
Endoskeletons. That thing isn't gonna attack us, is it? It's huge.
The specimens here currently lack any neuropolymer brain tissue structure. They are nothing but polymer bodies at this time. They cannot
몸이고.
move.
Still, they're freaking massive. Are they for planets with low gravity?
Some are, while others are for planets with high gravity. Research is being conducted for all scenarios. In one of the vats, you can even see attempts to breed an organism capable of living in the oceans of Jupiter.
그래서 이렇게 여러 가지 동물들이 막 사람을 공격하고 막 그랬던 건가? 세이브. 업그레이드.
What will it be, Major?
좋았어. 강력해졌습니다. 저장.
Saving data.
눌러.
I never expected to see Victor like this, in these circumstances. We used to be thick as thieves, you know? But Victor made too many bad calls. Now look at him. Thanks to Dr. Sechenov's brilliance. We don't have to lose all of Petrov's knowledge. We'll be able to return the robots to their previous state once the simulation
He's
procedure
already
is
dead, you
complete.
creep! Keep your hands off him!
Grenade!
Establishing connection.
The professor says you haven't slept in 3 days. I don't wanna. Sleeping pills. Bottle of vodka.
Why not both at the same time, huh? You know I don't like that stuff. My brain's a fortress.
You know, When I was a boy, my brother was scared of the dark, so my mother left the light on. It helped him. I hated it. The light interfered with my imagination. I didn't like children's books for the same reason. All those colorful pictures.
They were real.
Exactly. The books in my father's library were interesting. History, medicine, theoretical physics. Science doesn't try to make the world safer or prettier. It doesn't lie to us. It just gives us the facts. So, I knew what I had to train for. And I made another discovery. A monster in the dark behaves predictably. It can be studied. A monster in the light wears a mask. It is therefore unpredictable.
Which makes it dangerous.
Very much so. Moreover, the light makes us monsters. Do you understand, my boy? May I turn out the light?
Yeah.
Reconstructing illumination.
Where are you, my love? Come to me. Come. Find me, my love. Find me.
아, 저 아침 급행 저거 진짜 짜증나네. 버그 씨.
Wake up, my love. Wake up. Hurry. Wake up.
Son of a bitch. What the? Charles, where's Larissa?
She hid before the explosion.
So what happened to Stuck?
Stockhausen was knocked into a vat of polymer by the explosion and is now deceased.
You hypocrite. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Some doctor you are, you grenade-tossing bitch.
Petrov and Filatova are cut from the same cloth. There can be no doubt about that.
Whatever. We gotta find a way out.
뭔 얘기 하고 싶었을까요? 이쪽은 나가는 길이 없고, 그죠? 아, 저 아침 급행 저거. 아.
Major, you alive?
No, I got killed by a grenade.
I'm so sorry that happened. I didn't want any of this. but none of it matters right now.
So what does matter, you crispy-ass critter?
We have to meet. You need to see this with your own eyes. I'll show you everything.
What do you mean by everything?
You trust Sechenov too much, but he's keeping you in the dark. You have no idea what's really going on. You need to see it with your own eyes or you're not gonna believe it.
You got that right. I have no fucking idea what's going on.
You will understand when you see it. I have proof. I'll be waiting in the Academy of Consequences. The entrance is inside the lighthouse. Trust nobody.
I don't.
보통 저런 말 하면은 제가 맞는데. 아, 문 좀 열어주세요.
Comrade Major,
Yeah.
I must insist that you destroy the beta connectors.
Why do you have a bug up your ass about those rings, Charles?
You said you would make a decision about the rings when the time was right. The time is now.
I don't have time for this.
Yes, you do, Comrade Major. Otherwise, it will be too late.
Fuck off already, Charles. There are bodies everywhere. A crazy doctor with a grenade killed Stock, and the only way out of this is through a wall of bots. Who the fuck cares about the damn rings?
Stop calling them rings, Major. You need to learn to think before you speak, not after. They are beta connectors, and they will enable 2 robot assassins to be free of any control other than that of their bloodthirsty master. Do you want more deaths on your conscience?
What bloodthirsty master are you talking about? I've got the rings, and I'm not gonna put them on any fucking robots.
And how long will they remain in your possession, Major?
As long as I'm still breathing, and there's still time left.
Time's up. The procedure for assimilating Petrov's head has begun. Sechenov will return the robots to their normal state, and then he will recall you. When you return, he will take the rings.
Fuck, why?
All items in your possession are recorded in my log. I cannot erase it. Only Sechenov has access. The first thing he will do is review the log. He wants the beta connectors.
Apparently everybody wants them. Why? Does everybody want personal bot assassin?
자, 말 다 했니? 자, 그랬고요.
Apparently everybody wants them. Why? Does everybody want personal bot assassins?
Think, Major. Who has asked you about the beta connectors? Sechenov with his metal twins? Stockhausen, Sechenov's right-hand lickspittle? Granny Zena, a secret double agent whose affiliation remains completely unknown? Or would you like to fulfill Petrov's dying wish and give Filatova the connectors?
What the hell is going on? Am I the only sane person here?
As you can see, we are the only options. Whoever gets their hands on the beta connectors, the results will be the same. More blood, more death. The rings must be destroyed before it's too late.
It isn't too late, Charles. Not yet.
말 다 했니? 자, 세이브 한번. 자, 그랬고요. 저는 뭐 진아 할머니 뭐 보고 그럴 줄 알았는데 바로 그냥 등대로 가네요. 내가 뭘 놓치고 있는 건가? 자, 아무튼 오늘은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 다음 시간에 아마 거의 결론이 날 것 같은데. 자, 시청해주셔서 감사드립니다. 다음 시간에 뵐게요. 끝!